Testing microphone, testing microphone, microphone testing. Oh man, let's see. Microphone, microphone, microphone. Hello. Let's see. You got anybody in stream yet to see if the sound's working or not? Oh, hey, what up, buddy? Good to see you. I'm trying to get the. Is it working? Am I? Is it too loud? Awesome. Appalachia, Brian, nice to see you guys. Thanks for joining tonight. Now it sounds good. Okay, cool. So I've got the lapel mic, and then I do have, just in case things go for a while. I don't know how long these things last, but I have there's a set of them, so I should be able to swap out, hot swap or whatever. So yeah, um, but check it out, man. I was able to get quite a few of those. Um, drilled, so it should be good. Pass out before you're going to start. Sorry about that. I know I'm trying to figure out a good time where, because East Coast, West Coast, sometimes you got the center. Trying to find out when a good time would be, but yeah, we'll figure it out eventually. Yeah, the preforms, man. So I did keep one because one of the things that I was realizing here is see how when I was drilling, it kind of left that nub. So I think actually for the jig's sake, it's going to be better for me to go and grind those off prior or just try not to have them. Not all of them did that, but the ones that did, like this one, got super screwed up. So you can actually see the edges there. And so I'm going to have to do a little bit extra work onto this one, but I mean, and of course, it's one of the coolest ones. But yeah, it is what it is. The rest of them turned out pretty well, though. Even this funky one that I did not know. I mean, it might need a little bit of stabilizer or something like that, but it's going to be pretty interesting. Let's see if I can show you that. Yeah. See, it's got those. Yeah, all those speckles in it. But this one's cool because it actually goes like, bicolor. Oh, I gotta check something real quick. Hold on. All right, yeah. Oh, hey, what up, Rock dude? How you doing tonight? Good to see you, buddy. Glad you could make it. Got some pretty sweet stuff that we're working on tonight. Just trying to get going. I had to perform a little last-minute surgery on a big old splinter I had in the side of my pinky there. I'm like, how did that even happen? I thought it was a cut. And I looked at it a little closer. I'm like, oh, that's a massive sliver. So I had to pull that thing out. Don't want it to get, gnarly, but I thought there was an echo of the laptop at the same time. Ah, yeah, I see. Well, yeah, just let me know because right now I have the microphone on the second setting because it's sensitivity setting. But if need be, if I'm starting to be too loud, or I might fire this guy up, Frank. It's pretty quiet, but yeah, we might adjust it a little bit. So yeah, I got in total right now 2, 4, 6 of these. I thought I had some more, but I'm going to be able to make some more with. They're going to be smaller. Those are all I have for the big ones because actually this one ended up breaking. So I might be able to, I was looking at it and I was like, oh, I might be able to get a 3 out of that. But see, it's got a bunch of crack right here too. And this is way too thin. So, I'll just figure something out, coaster material or something. Maybe try to do a smaller sphere or something. But I might be able to, like I said, get some kind of stabilizer or something. Not my forte yet. we'll figure that part out. But yeah, I got enough to at least get me started because we've got the adapters for the roughing cups from Highland Park ordered. They're supposed to be here Monday, and then we are going to my buddy Rock Dude over here. He's going to help me out and get those things bored out to the proper size. Fortunately, all the motors are the same size spindle, or and so yeah, we're just going to bore those out, and then we'll have the roughing cups up. Hopefully, I'll get the next sizes of roughing cups that I ordered soon. I just don't know when. And by the sounds of it, Highland Park didn't know when either, which that kind of sucks. But hey, maybe Christmas, maybe we'll get lucky. So, but that will allow me to do a pretty good range of sizes, and I think it's going to, it's actually going to work out in conjunction with the sizes that I have for the homemade cups. So I think it's going to work out pretty well. But we just got to get into it. One thing I did want to show you though is, oh yeah, a set of coasters would be pretty awesome. And speaking of Nate, right here, there's that one. So Nate and I went out the other day, do a little hounding. And this guy, man, he just had the eye for it that day. And in fact, this one's super good. Let's see if I can show you though. So see this right over here? So that's that cat's eye. Yeah, you can see that. Really glistens. And then you can see, oh, there it is. So that rotates all around that. And this thing, probably be able to show it. Yeah, you got some really good spots of green in there. So this is Nate's ball right here. It's going to be a good one. Pretty stoked because yeah, you got this whole area right there is all going to have cat's eye, the chatoyancy, and then up here it's got wisps of it. And so yeah, this one's going to be a special one. And this was one that Nate was just like, oh, is that it? And I'm like, yes, it is. He's like, too big for me. So I was like, not too big for me. Not too big at all. And there's still a huge chunk of it left. So we got, plenty to mess around with. I did get a little greedy on my core though, because of course, I've got to get the chatoyancy bit, but yeah, there's still plenty of the, that can be used. So I might have to swap out to, the 3-inch or something and just see what we can do. Oh yeah, it's going to be a beaut, man. I'm telling you. And then, once we get if we can get the, a 3-inch one in there as well. So all said and done, it will be just a little bit smaller 3-inch, but yeah, it will be a good one too. So, because those are the type where when you find that, you get all you can out of it. There's some like this one right here. I'm like, drilling it once was even a little much. I was like a little disappointed, but then once again, I saw kind of the color change. Trying not to drip that. So yeah, you see there. So that's a pretty decent ball, right? But it goes from like green to like more yellows. So it's going to be an interesting one. Not the best, clearly not the best material, but I think it's going to make a really good sphere. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that. We're just going to have to, do a little bit more prep. Fortunately, though, you can see, once you get, because this is drilled 3 times from rock, then you flip that on its side, and then you flip this, put this in the jig and hit that. But now we're pretty much to the point where all we got to do is kind of like, grind these edges off a little bit. And from what I've seen, some people don't even really go that far. They'll take it like that, throw it straight in. But of course, I'm a little bit more cautious. So I'm going to get it more like a ball and then put it in there. We'll see how it is. But yeah, these ones are all pretty good. A lot of these came out pretty good, like for even, and because I mean, you're trying to drill a tube, and it sounds like it's easy to just line it up, but it's not always that easy, especially when it's supposed to be perfect. And if you do see, like if you compared these, you could see that some of them are better than others. Like this one definitely has a flat spot right here, while it's completely round on the opposite side. And so yeah, that's where it's too far forward or too far back or whatever. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, hey, this is all learning experience, and for the most part, they turned out excellent thus far. Plus, this material is pretty soft, so if anything, I just grind it down a little bit more. Once it's, that's pretty much the hardest part is getting it to that shape. And from there, we're just going to put it into the machine and let the machine do it. But yeah, this is going to be cool too, because there's going to be like, you're going to be able to see like a variety of the type of stuff. But kind of, I want to save like at least one of these, so then I can take the pictures, and yeah. So I think I'm gonna take some pictures so then I can make like here's the progression shots. Core should be able to do that. Yeah, I mean it's it's like everything else. It sounds easier than it is, because like I said, you can see just a micro, Yeah, exactly. So I thought about that, but I think the jig is really where it's at. If you get the jig and it's just spot money on, because that's the other thing I noticed. I got a phone call and got all carried away and stuff, and then all of a sudden I got, when I went back to work, I wasn't really thinking, and I went to check all of my straps again just to make sure they're all tight, make sure all my alignment's good, okay, because I was getting ready to make the next drill, or start the next piece. And I noticed that one of my straps, my third strap, which actually helps pinch the thing together a little bit more, was loose, because I loosened it up for the last one to take it out. And so, but the reason why it's super important is because you actually want the jig to stay as rigid as possible, because let's see, did I already get rid of that? Oh yeah, it's probably in there. But you're left with these little dog ears or cat ears or whatever, and so you'll just have, if you're doing it right, you should have 4 dog ears, one for each corner where the drill comes down again. And so, but what's going to happen as soon as you actually go through it and it's loose, well, what do those dog ears all do? They all fall. And so if they get caught in any kind of thing, which, segmented bit, guess what happens? They want to get caught up in everything too. And so that's where I'm really finding that with this whole process, the core drill, steadfast, don't stop, hold steady, just keep going. You got to be stoic with the whole thing, because like, especially when you're getting it started, you don't want to it's going to move a little bit. I mean, it's not completely 100% rigid. And so, plus the bit wobbles a little bit. It's kind of what happens. It's not perfect. And so you got to just kind of be like, oh, yeah, ready to go. And in all reality, I start them usually and let the weight of the drill pull down on it. But with these, I'm actually, I'm trying to go a little soft on them to start. So then that way, when the drill does adjust to its position, it's actually right on point. So he's working out. And that's actually probably what I'll be doing tonight, is I think I'm going to see about grinding some of those off. But what is this, my 60? I don't know how loud it's going to be, though. So we'll have to see that. And then, yeah, let's see here. I have a few of these large cores too, that I think that if we want to try to mess around with them, there's plenty of them to mess around. So like with the laser engraver, if you want to try to get that on, Cool, bro. Let's do it. You know, what size do you want? We can throw the 5-inch on there if you want. I get you thin ones that you just cut. Exactly. Well, I do have to put a glove on here because I don't want to have a gnarly getting in that. And then I also wanted to check this out real quick. Figured you guys might want to see this thing. Hold up. So, got a property for sale up in Prospect, and I'm doing a little work. There's a dump run that needed to be done. Nothing crazy. So I was like, yeah, no problem. Go do a dump run, and this is one of the things that they had in there. And yeah, of course, the wonky chain. So that's the main thing is I kind of want to see about getting this light off. But yeah, I'll show you this side. This side's pretty awesome. So what it looks like is somebody took and slabbed up a bunch of rocks and then made a lampshade out of it. Or, you know. I mean, look at that, though. Pretty wicked. So, yep. Pretty awesome. So, cool idea, too. Looks like might have been, you know, fairly easy idea. Or, you know, like you could do a home build type thing. But, yeah, just taking slabs, not that bad. You know, maybe create a little jig or something. I'm curious, would you want to polish the, polish the slabs first? But you know what's actually kind of crazy is some of the material that's local. And where I got this, I mean, I don't know if he was a Rockhound or not, but he definitely, had local material around. So, oh no way, that's awesome. Yeah, like there was a table that went with it too, but I gave that to my sister. Otherwise, I would have showed y'all as well. But yeah, pretty sweet idea, I thought. So what I'm kind of thinking is, I'm gonna get this. I just clip it. I mean, I could always put another one. And this thing's all wonky anyway. I mean, look at that. It's all busted up. You know, yeah, I can fix it, but if you look at this close, those wires are, going from clear to dark yellow. So might as well just cut it and get a new piece. Make it easy on myself. But yeah, I mean, because like, what am I gonna do with this chain stuff anyway? Yeah, it's like straight up 70s style. And then I'm sure you guys, maybe most of you guys have. If you haven't, go check it out. Anyway, my new video found some pretty good stuff over there. Little secret spot, you know. I'm sure quite a few of you here locally know. But yeah, I mean, definitely Nate knows, and Rock Dude, he definitely knows. But yeah, we've got a pretty good local spot here, and yeah, I found some nice stuff over there. So I would say that the piece because I still need to get the little set screw for the saw, which I might actually pull that plate off tonight just to see what I'm looking at. But I would say, yeah, this guy right here was just so awesome. Because yeah, if you look at the botryoidal part, right? Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. Like even if you clean this up, it's been so beat and weathered that like you're not gonna have any type of druzy effect on those things. But the cool part is they still leave behind, you know, their patterns and stuff. And so like right in there, I don't know, yeah, you can barely see it, but I mean, still pretty cool. And so I think this will be a good cutter. And then on the back, there's some looks like it's more green than you know brown, brown or gray. But yeah, I think that was a good one too. So yeah, I got to get that stuff sorted so then I can get things on the road. But you know what I would like to do is I would like to get this cleaned up at least for my sister because you know holidays are here right around the corner anyway. And yeah, since I gave her the table already, that would be a good idea to share. You know what it looks like too? So check this out instead of holding it like I was all funky. Try to show you like this. So you see the like that. No, that's terrible. Okay, so right there, in between the slabs, it kind of looks like Oregon sunstone. I'm not positive, but it sure does look like a bunch of like the yellows. And it would make sense because it would be like this all looks like Oregon material. Some of it's really nice. Like, dang. Hmm. Yeah. But my sister does the resin. And that's another reason I wanted to give it to her because, like, there's some cracking up here. In fact, can you see that? Yeah, these right there. Those aren't actually, that's not, that's not good. And the table she said she can fix. So, yeah. Then maybe I'll just figure out, you know, what she wants to do as for an actual light source. Because I mean, I could probably get like a LED or something for her, you know, her choice. Huh. Pretty cool though. Just gotta not drop it like I did with the table. Couldn't believe I did that. Did it right in front of her too. Made it the whole way there. And then I was like, oh yeah, check out this. Boom, dropped it right in front of her. I'm like, ooh, I was so mad. But yeah, 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 like crushed sunstone in epoxy. Yep, it does look like that. There, found some awesome piece of petrified wood digging its foundation. Really? Hmm. I didn't know that they had petrified wood in those parts. I know. Yeah, and those Jason's night lights. Yeah, he was selling those things. Well, he said that um, you know those were selling pretty well. Um, yeah, pretty awesome. But all right, so let me see. Probably got to turn on. Oh man, oh yeah. So I'm definitely gonna need some water. You can tell that I had this thing set up to move. So I think I'm just gonna get lazy on it. Oh, that's right. I discovered lazy doesn't work last time. Oh man. Oh, did I put that thing? Yeah. This is just the way it's gotta be. And I have a coat rack out here. All right. Yeah, if I didn't have to do a little surgery on my hand, probably would have been fine. Should have had this thing all set up ready to go. But hey, you know, it's not like I'm in any kind of hurry. How's it going tonight, user? JL6ZF4ZX1CEO. How's your night going? Oh, come on. There it is. Oh. Alright. That's spaciously functional. Nice. Thanks, man. You know, the once I get this workspace really dialed in, man, I'm telling you, it's gonna be good. Because this machine will probably, or this whole area will probably, yeah. Actually, I don't even know. I don't know, because my sister says she wants this. So I'd love to give it to her to try to, spark the passion in her, but also at the same time, I kind of don't think she'd really end up doing anything, to be honest. So I'm kind of like, well, I can technically still use it. I just want the space. But yeah. All right. Oh yeah, look at that. Not plugged in. See. I'm going to take this away. Yeah, and then Brian swung by earlier, and I just hung out for a minute, showed me the camper and stuff. He's got a pretty sweet camper set up there. Solar panel on the back, whole nine yards. Pretty wicked. And yeah, it's nice. And then I think he's going down to Nevada. So I was like, yeah, bro, drive safe, man. Let's see, what am I doing? What am I going to do? We're going to go. That's right. That's how I had this set up before. And you can tell that I'm smart because just put the glove on the wrong hand even. I not even used wearing gloves. Where's my... Huh. Well, I wonder where that went. You have like splitters and all kinds of stuff like that. And ratchet straps is another good one. Those things just disappear. All right, well, that kind of stinks. So I guess I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. Oh no! What are you trying to do there, little guy? So yeah, I actually like using a foot pedal with my water because I'm lazy and I don't want to keep having to take water buckets outside or get new water buckets. So I use my Fordham pedal. Tends to work pretty good. I'll go through a whole lot of water. Just enough. And you can tell, I mean, especially with the material I work with, easy to tell. So I'm going to set that there for a minute. Okay. I think I'm going to start out with that guy right there. And yeah. Let's see. Gotta decide between my heater and my machine. Sorry, heater. Oh yeah. So I think I'm actually swap this over. I swear, every time I try to make plans for how I want the shop, it's like, nah, I'm gonna go a different way. And what the hell? Where's the crap cord? So I got an idea. Let's get the longest absolute cord we have. Jeez. Is this what Rockhounds do on their spare time? Watch another animal? Where are all the big extension cords? See, this is exactly what I'm saying. Unbelievable. I got 3 extension cords here at my immediate disposal. And there's only one of them has a ground hole. And of course, which one is that? You guessed it. You guessed it. Right there. The 100-foot cord. So now, my 100-foot cord, this cord is like, oh, this is like the definition of overqualified for the job. Oh, gosh. Yep. See, this is why I need to get like my shop organized and like, okay, this goes here. This, because I've got plenty of power. I just clearly don't have any sense of organization. Jeez. All right, bro. You can go here. How do you feel now? I feel better? You got some juice? Oh, better turn the valve off. Yeah. Probably plug you back in. Oh, of course, I missed the bottle, that's why. Because it's just out of reach. The shop of 1,000 dreams. Oh, there it is. All right. Can't do lapidary work without your magic wand. So, because I need this, let's see how loud this guy is. We're going to move that. Frank's actually pretty quiet for the most part. Let's take one that's going to need some work. This one. He's got some big edges. Get this all primed up, ready flowing. Need some slight adjustments here in my water. Oh, that's not terrible. Wish I had a little bit lower grit. How's it sound over on you guys, man? Not too terrible, I hope. I mean, it's getting it. But a tile style would be better. There, I can feel it now. Is it blowing out the sound? Oh, that water is super cold. That's right. All right. Epoch. Did we get some good sound there? Sounds good. Water will be loud anyway. Water. Oh, yeah. Oh, what? I didn't see that. That's a big, gnarly chunk out of that thing. Look at that. Didn't see that chunk come off earlier. Huh. That should be all right. I mean, we'll just have to find out, right? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what I was doing. Come on. Oh, get back on. Oh, yeah, man. This stuff's going to be great. And this isn't even like the good stuff. It's kind of funny. Yeah, that's not terrible. Well, I tell you what, this water is about 40 degrees. Pretty great. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna take a long time per ball. So I'm definitely gonna have to get a tile saw. This is just a a temporary fix. But yeah, oh man, the worst part is how cold this water is. Oh my god, oh it's so cold. It's brutal, brutal cold. Oh man. Yeah. So what do you guys got going on? Anything good? Find anything cool this week? There's that holiday bazaar that was happening today. Curious how Nate and Danielle and Jason and Noel and Naomi and all of my friends did over there. Talked with Jack for a little bit, Jack Hoke. That was nice. I haven't seen him in a minute. That water is absolutely frigid. So I'm gonna have to figure something out there. Because not even joking, this water is like, well, it's almost like it's been sitting in a cold garage for who knows how long. So I gotta do that. That's what I want to do. It. Yeah, nice. That's wicked. It's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I saw Jason only had like half of his nightlight plugs left there. Oh, it's freezing. It's absolutely frigid. So yeah, I got to do something about that real quick. Um, kind of didn't plan that one out. So I think I know it's going to be terrible, but I'm going to have to take the microphone off here, run and go fill this up in the bathtub, and yeah, try to be fast as possible. So, because I don't know what's going to happen to this thing because it's Bluetooth. If it tries to disconnect, so I'll get some preschooling. I have a good idea about the math. It'll be fun. Yeah. You know what else is fun? 45-degree water. Oh wait, that's the opposite of fun. Forgot. Yeah. Oh, cool. So glad that I stuck the suction cups. Oh yeah, that's cold. That's cold. It's so cold that the hoses are stiff. Yeah. Let's get rid of this ice bucket challenge. And yeah, we risk. Yeah, give me just 2 seconds, and we're gonna go fill this water up real quick. And yeah, I'll be right back. Sorry to leave you all alone. Epoch will take care of you. Don't want the don't want the wolves and bears to get me. Oh god. Oh, yeah. That'll help. Yeah, it's cold water. That is brutal. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Dude, suction cups are amazing. Miss anything? Okay, let me get turn my arm off real quick here. Yeah. All right, that's going to be so much better. Get Band-Aid kind of sick. All right, hopefully that works. Yeah. I see Epoch is confusing people in chat. Well, you know, he's good at that kind of stuff. It's like the Riddler. Oh, yeah. There we go. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to grind a bunch of these off, get the nuts down, see how they look, go from there. Let's see. These guys, this one really needs some work, so I think I might start back with these two. This one looks pretty good, but it does got some nubs. So we'll go in order of need now that we know this is not going to be terrible. I think I'll probably finish this guy up just to keep rolling. But yeah, we'll see how we can do it. So they look. All right, let me try this thing back off. Yeah, so Epoch, you getting hey, Oregon Territory Adventure, good to see you. We got some sphere freeforms that we're going to be tackling here in just a second. Once I get this belt back on. But the water was too cold for me. Oh, it's too cold for my little tiny hands. So yeah, as you can see, got a bunch of balls that we'll be making before too long. Just kind of, kind of getting to it. By the way, I didn't just have a random light bulb. See, Oregon Territory Adventures. Look at that. That's pretty cool, huh? It's a lampshade that I'm trying to not break so I can give it to my sister. And that's the light bulb that is in it. And as you can see, I've been busy. So let's get back to this. Grab my Harry Potter one here. Oh yeah. Frank's gonna sing us a song. Sing us a song here, people, Frank. Sing us a song. Oh, wait, hold on. His throat was a little dry. Sing us a song, every people. Really, not too bad. Might burn through a few 60s if I'm doing one on the balls, but overall, yeah. The antiderite is pretty soft. We're only looking at about I don't know, maybe a 4.5. So it's really not that bad. Yeah. Those nubs are coming off rather well. Hope it kind of gives you an idea of like, I don't know, maybe the path that your CNC machine is going to be taking. Yeah. Well, hopefully the machine's not too loud and I'm not too quiet, you know. But yeah, these just some Applegate Jade, all of those actually. So really looking forward to making some balls with this stuff. I think we're going to all be pleasantly surprised. Although this stuff doesn't get a uber high polish on it, like, you know, super high gloss. And there's ways that we could cheat, but I don't really care. I've gotten it super glossy for the material it is, and I think it looks great. So I'm not really too worried about it. For the most part, I'm actually pretty stoked. All right, so yeah, let's look in. You know what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is for the next one, I'm just gonna grab a Sharpie real quick and draw on it, so then I can actually show you kind of what's happening. Because I think that it's going to be a little bit easier. I know this webcam sucks, but I'll get a new one before too long. I just don't know if I'm going to, you know, have to buy like a webcam or like a better webcam, or if I should be getting a, what do you call it, like a actual camera, you know, because I guess a lot of these cameras are screen capable now. So, I mean, that would be pretty awesome, but everything's so expensive. So if I can just get away with this for a while, I think it'll be cool. It's not like I really do anything crazy in here, you know. Kind of hanging out, you know. Or at least that's what I'm trying to get this whole thing to be about. Just people hanging out, have a spot to hang out. Talk with other Rockhounds about stuff. What'd you find this week? Hey, did you guys hear about that meteorite? Meteorite? What meteorite? Oh, I don't know. There's meteorite in Klamath Falls or Bonanza or something, and I guess it wasn't actually a meteorite. It's like missile testing or something like that. I don't know. Pretty funny though in the Facebook comments to watch people going back and forth about it. But yeah. Anyway, you know. It's not like Rockhound Club, you know, we go to on Friday night, so, or Saturday night. So why not make one? Try and come up and talk about silly stuff like that. Yeah, when I run the bull wheel at the workshop during the winter, it's brutal. Yeah, brutal, bro. You need some like wool glove liners or something so it's like they get wet and whatnot. Still keeps your hands warm. When I hang around vibes, friends with me, yeah, exactly. Oh, don't worry, Epoch, you're gonna be hanging out a lot, buddy. You're gonna be like basically Oregonian before you know it. You're like, oh man, how does this even happen? It'll be like a boiling frog, but you know, you rockhounding. Oh man. Yep. This is gonna be a good ball. This is gonna be a good ball. I just, the thing is, I really don't know how much I should go down. Like this corner right here looks like it's pretty big still. So I'm just going to kind of like wear it down a bit. You got to do a really fun machine dig through fish not big. I can't get out and do it much later. Yeah, I totally feel you on that one. Don't get to do much for digging here during the summer unless it's, maybe I go to the sunstone mines or something, but it's just too hot. Poison oak everywhere. Yeah. And then, you don't want to be swinging a pick when it's 110 degrees and you have to, bring in 20 pounds worth of water because water's heavy. And if you got to hike at all, it's brutal. Plus, I mean, the fire dangers were so bad there for a while that, like, I wasn't even going to go and swing the pick because, a spark could, that could cause a spark. And I ain't burning the forest down. Not over rock. But, yeah, we're going to be digging before no time. And, yeah, we're going to have a good old time. I'll tell you what. South Carolina summers here are brutal. Yeah, you guys have that humidity like what do you call it? New England has. I've seen, or I've flown into South Carolina is even worse. I heard than North Carolina actually. North Carolina, I think, is where I flew into, but yeah, South Carolina, yeah, which is even more south. Yeah, probably even more humid. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, thank you. It's like tropical, terrible. Oh yeah, but hey, I mean, some people if you've grown up with it, you kind of adapt to it or whatever. But Oregon is just so hot and dry, or I mean, at least where I live, the summers are hot and dry, so it's humidity absolutely ruins me. In fact, I don't go and visit the East Coast unless it's like, fall or winter because I just can't do it, man. Can't do it. I'm already like sensitive to the heat. I belong on the coast. Like I can do the desert and stuff. You gotta do it right. But yeah, I'm like, I don't know. Even though I've lived in the Rogue Valley basically all my life, I belong on the coast. I'm one of those kind of people. I can wear a sweater all day or all year round. Totally okay with it. Plus, there's no funky critters over there. I mean, you have black widows and stuff, but like some of the places, man, they got gnarly critters. I don't know what to deal with some of that stuff. Seems like all the tropical hot places, hot humid places, they always got gnarly stuff like water moccasins. Oh God, swimming death snake. Hell. All right. I don't know how bad this one is. We're gonna find out. But I'm gonna try to at least show you guys so I'm not just sitting here grinding away rows and all this and no bad. Yeah. Yeah, bro. I am nomadic. Um oh man, I feel like something needed to pop there for a second. Oh, quit just draining out all my hot water. That's the one nice thing about my little water system. It is kind of wonky, but hey, seems like most water setups in lapidary are kind of wonky. But yeah, it's got a little valve on it. I put a magnet on it. Yeah, right there. Let's see. Especially with that, look how like, oh, it's all foggy. And down here it's clean. I don't know why that is. It's weird. Anyway, I'm getting caught up. So check this out. Rounded those edges off quite a bit more. Don't know how much I need to do it though. That's the whole problem. Now this one, I don't know how you can see that, but this has a little bit higher of a crest. So maybe like that you can see. I don't know. It's really hard to tell, but you can see a little bit kind of a higher of a crest there compared to the other ones. You know, I think I rounded that down pretty good. That's rounded down pretty much. But you know, it's always an amount that it's like the tolerance. How much can it actually do? And this is just stupid Band-Aid. Oh, where's my good stuff? So yeah, I'm not really sure. And I really, look, hey, woo! Let there be heat. Sweet. Put that by here. But yeah, I really like to have my roughing cups here, or the adapters and all that, so then I can actually get to work on figuring all this stuff out, because there's just a lot of stuff I'm not going to know until I actually do it. Which kind of, you know, of course, it's the nature of the beast, but it's also just, you know, sometimes it's hard being patient. Let's just say that. And I've been trying to get on the sphere machine wagon or sphere making wagon for quite some time. I had a machine for a long time, and yeah, it just seems like there's always something. Okay. Why that suddenly disappeared? Everything has just disappeared tonight. Yay! It's one of those nights. Oh, I still do have electric. It's not where it's supposed to be. There we go. Back again. Yeah, all right. So, you want to be amazing. Oh, buddy. They will. Yeah, you got to get out here again. I don't know what you're doing over there, hanging out on the East Coast. Oh, so you guys are from Pennsylvania. My first time living in the South, but we're trying to get back north. Yeah. Well, yeah, man. I could. Yeah. Going from Pennsylvania, I bet you that's a whole different ball game. I mean, you guys get pretty good winters over there, eh? In Pennsylvania. Oh, there we go. Still a little tender. And just so I'm not being a jerk, we're going to put this where it actually belongs. So that when I'm like, oh, I need some electrical tape for my wounds. Should just be like, what do you call it? Wound tape. But yeah. I like winters, to be honest. I wish we had more of winters here, but we don't really get that much snow. Um, so what I wanted to do was I was going to grab this because a lot of these you can't see. And if I show you this ball right here, you know, right, you can kind of see what's going on and how I need to kill those edges, as opposed to this ball has been much more smooth, right? So that's where I think maybe, just maybe, go like this. And take that. Let's see. Can you see that better? Yes, that will be way better. yeah, so it'll be kind of dumb, but you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. Never claimed to be a smart rockhound. Let's claim to be the rogue rockhound. All right, let's see. Right there. Okay, just run that edge a little bit. Run that edge. Definitely need to put a shim under that table before I go crazy. Oh man. I don't know if you guys are the same, but where it's just like you'll get a random noise and you're like, where is that? You go back to work and then you'll bump the table a little bit, and because it's not even, it bumps up against something else, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, where is that sound? Thinking, getting all crazy. Or is that just me? The crazy person. Yeah, let's see. Right there. Oh, there we go. Much better. All right, so I'm going to run this around. Do a little bit of that. You know what would be really nice is one of those just absolutely ginormic permanent markers. That's what I need. No, this is completely like I wouldn't actually be doing this unless it was, you know, to try to show you guys a little bit better. But you know, that's one of the things that eventually, once I get a good camera, that's going to help out tremendously. And then we can just set the stuff up, and we'll be able to rock and roll on this stuff with all the sound and video and all that figured out. And actually, my buddy Jason, well, a lot of our community buddy Jason, Jason now has a proper shop. So he'll be running big boy tools and stuff, which means, yeah, I'm assuming that he's going to be ramping up his stuff, um, which we should all be very excited to see. Because that guy gets some huge petrified wood. All right, let's see here now. This is almost kind of. Now, I'm not going to do this for every single one. I'm just literally doing this to show you what's up. Like, it would be a waste of a million Sharpies to go ahead and do all this. But I think by doing this, it kind of shows you a little visualization of what I'm kind of working to take off as I'm standing over there at the wheels, trying to think of ways to entertain my mind. Okay, so like that, it kind of looks like funky. It's like a dodecahedron or something. I don't know. I want to find out what the exact shape of this thing is. So, there we go. Cool. All right, I think that. Oh yeah, look at that. Sweet. That's for like an adult, like a grown ass man getting ink all over his hands. They're not going to allow me back in the office. Okay. So now you can kind of see. Those are all the spots, and I'm going to grind the hell down. Get all that gnarly, you know. And hopefully something like this will be, you know, about enough. But see, let's see if I can find it again. Yeah, right there. This one, I think this one needs to go down. No, maybe you can see it like that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm new to all this, so we're gonna figure it out together. Together. All right. So we'll put these like that because these are going to be tier 2 because for the most part, these don't need a whole lot of abnormal grinding. This is the best one. This needs a whole lot of grinding, ton of grinding. So we're actually going to do that, and oh, maybe I'll do a little bit more on that. Thing is I just, if I had a tile saw, I could use it exactly how I'm not supposed to use it, and it would take care of that stuff, lightning jack. But I don't have a tile saw, and I'm not going to use a super loud tile saw on a live stream. Looks like a soccer ball now. Exactly. It's going to be awesome. And I think that, the cups, they're going to do it. It'll be loud and obnoxious at first, but eventually I'll get, I'll learn to love the sound, and I won't be able to sleep without it. But that's another reason why I'm like trying to figure this stuff out, because with this material, since it's pretty soft, I might be able to get away with something like that. Because, I mean, in all reality, this is not, even this part is not like a whole lot of jagged, not a lot of sharp angles and everything. And that thing, I mean, it's not like it's a weak machine. You got three cups, they're all tensioned in. So, yeah. Anyhow, I think that we're going to, like I said, I think that's right. I'm going to get that nub real quick. Let me do this nub real quick. Otherwise, it's going to drive me crazy. All right. Got to remember how to use my machine. It's pretty well processed. Last few weeks been first I really learned about it. It's crazy amount of work. Oh yeah, but it used to be way more work. Before they were doing it with slab saws, and there was, I mean, over 100 cuts, if I remember correctly, that you'd have to do to get it before you could put it into a 3-headed machine. That's pretty dumb. And actually, there's the guy who pretty much modernized the whole method that we're using. Still alive. Super old. I want to say he's like 86 or something like that. So I'm going to try. I reached out to him. I'm going to try to chat with him. Maybe just do like a Zoom call type thing. But he's way down in California, and I don't want to go there. I mean, well, like I don't have the time and money and all that right now. Excuse me. Jesus. That would be nice to have as a mute button on my end. In case I need to cough. Hopefully I didn't blow out anybody's microphone or eardrum. Well, Appalachia, the crazy thing is too, is like the core drill alone is a huge learning curve with it. And, because it's not made for rocks. It's meant, I mean, if you went and bought a brand new one like I got, it's got oh, sweet. Hey, how you doing? Good to see ya. 5 Point Station. Perfect. Thanks for joining. But yeah, like the core drills, you know, they've got like a suction base, and then they're meant for, you know, drilling into essentially the base of something. And so learning how to attach the work and not break everything again and, you know, get your desired results, that's going to curve on its own right. So I've really been wanting to do this for a long time, and there's not a very many people in my area who actually do spear making. Oh, sweet. Excellent. Oh, good to see you. Yeah, we're just basically getting some free forms. You can see those there on the workbench. Get these things going, and I should be actually able to put them in the machine later on this week once I get the adapters, you know, in the mail, and I'm gonna have to do a little bit of adjusting on them. Well, my buddy Jason is, but you know, it's really generous of them, of course. I have to have them or make them a ball or two or something, you know. Say thanks. Tried to buy him breakfast one day when we were building the core drill rig, and found out that he's allergic to gluten. Can't eat it. Messes him up. I'm like, oh, wow. Shit, bro. Sorry. At least it wasn't like I brought him a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and he's got a peanut allergy or something. Swear, that'd be my luck too. Man, I just love this material. It's hard to not like just kind of go a little overboard right now. But there's something about it like, oh yeah, this green. So wicked. Well, you know, Frank's got to stay here until my sister, or, you know, our sister ends up getting on it. She said she doesn't have the room for it, and I'm like, it doesn't take up that much room. It can sit on a desk. It's fine. I just have a lot of space that it's taking up because I need workspace. You know, and it's not like I can't adjust and have it, you know. I can keep it here. It's not a big deal, but I just want to have this more of like a spear shop. So then, you know, I can have it to where, you know, while I'm doing these, we can go through and be like, okay, well, look at this one I've got going. Yep, it should be done soon. Got another one, instead of doing the prep work. I think that it's going to just be a lot cooler. This stuff, yeah, you know, it is what it is. Yeah. So, right, I've got it basically to the point. So what I do is I core them out first, right? These are 4-inch, by the way. And oh, here we go. So yeah, these guys right here, like, you know, 4-inch or so. And then what I do is I'll take this thing, and once I've cored it once, oh, let me see. Then I put it in a jig that I built, and I drill it down again. And that gives us this shape, right? And so some people call this thing a pillow. And then what you'll do is from there, you have to, I put it back into my jig and we take it down to basically this shape, right? This is a good example. And so you can see all where all the lines are right now. That's what I'm doing to get them all softened down to be able to have it into the machine. So right now you can see that, there's some, it's got some good color in it, but there's still some more rigid marks that I can, I could probably work on a little bit more, but I don't know if I need to. That's the thing, because these are the roughing cups. These are the 60/80 cups that I'm going to be putting it in. Next weekend, I'm thinking Saturdays, I'm going to start being able to do that. But yeah, we're just kind of getting them all cleaned up. Oh, hey, girl next door. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Thank you. It's coming along. Marginal progress, right? I mean, that's what we're trying to do right now. We're working. We're getting places. We got the better microphone this week. Not that the old one was bad, but yeah, just working. Yeah. Yep. And so yeah, we're having a good time. Oh yeah, wait till Epoch is going to be gym cutting here soon, and so before too long, what I'm trying to figure out, and Nate, and he's in chat, and so yeah, he's going to help me out to get like a better system going here, because I want to be able to switch cameras. I want to be able to show you like what's playing on my screen, because I should be able to share pictures. I should be able to, play little video clips, all that kind of stuff. But right now, I'm streaming this directly through YouTube instead of like using a different program to then stream through there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still new to all this. We're gonna figure it out. It's gonna be a good time though, and I'm trying to do it every Saturday night at 7. So that way, I know it's a little late for the East Coasters, but it's kind of tough to. You know what? Let's go like that. Yeah, that's safe. Yeah, that should be safe. Oh yeah, actually, you know what? There we go. Because it is getting brisk in here. I checked the thermometer when I went and was filling up the water, and I'm like, oh, it's only 40. Yeah, it's gonna get cold tonight. So Steve, no, do not. But I'm always open to checking things out. That's for sure. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying though. Epoch got his or here what in today's the 22nd. So what? You got 3 weeks left, man, and you're gonna be getting the fastening set up. I am super excited for you, man. Brian brought his Brian brought his by earlier today. I don't even know. And see, this is one of the things that irritates the crap out of me, because I know if I had that program, I could just show you guys. I'll try to show you this though. But oh god, this is gonna be terrible. This is so boomer style. Look at this. Okay, so that's Brian earlier came by, and that's his faceting setup with an Oregon Sunstone already in it. Yeah, I was pretty stoked about that, but I'd never really actually up close seen the machine. So you got a really good machine coming to you, buddy. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. Oh yeah, well yeah, we should be working actually. So next weekend's live stream, I assume that we will be running. Oh, I don't know. It'll probably actually be this gray machine. I'm thinking we're probably going to run this gray. Um, but the problem is I'm trying to. I want to like. I really want to do all of these and just be like, oh yes. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try to like just one at a time, 1 week at a time for you guys, just because I like you that much. And I'll make it to where I'll have all the prep work done. I'll get everything going. So once a week, on Saturdays, we'll do just the like maybe the last few stages or whatever, because these are not very loud machines. And if we're just running one of them, it's not, and especially if it's the polish stage, because those pads they quiet stuff down a lot of it as opposed to the grinding of a cup. Yeah, ringing like a bell. Excuse me. Oh my god, the burrito place. Oh, it's so good. It's such a huge burrito too. But now I kind of burped. So anyway, posted the rock on my Instagram page. I'm curious if it could be Monite. Well, I will definitely have to check it out. Um, I have been known to find some good Monite. But yeah, I'll check it out. And I'm chasing colors and pieces I haven't even cut yet. I know it's hilarious. Yeah, well, Brian was telling me that you need to, when you come out here next, you need to bring your fastening machine with you, and he will sit down and um, he'll he'll run you through it, man. He'll teach you whatever he knows. Uh, so it should be cool. Yeah. Oh yeah. How we doing tonight? There's plenty. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Just kind of hanging out tonight, and getting some sphere stuff ready. Oh god, I keep moving those out of frame. Yeah, there we go. So this one's actually coming along pretty well. I'm thinking this one we're probably going to be okay with. Um, this one, I'm just going to leave it like this for now, just so then if anybody pops in the stream, we can kind of explain this one. Uh, no, they actually do not. Sphere machines do not use a lot of water. And in fact, if you look up underneath, well, these ones, they all have in the center here. This one's pretty much bolted down, but this one's got, oh yeah, they stuffed that one in there. This one doesn't have it, but anyway, there's a little ketchup underneath here. And then this guy has you can kind of see it right here. My arm isn't on the way. So right here, this is where it has an adjustable arm to where you can put the bowl here. And then what you do is you have, depending on what kind of drip setup you're trying to do. But for instance, this was the one that was on like this, right? And so you could have a reservoir up here, and then you'd have your drip line right here. You can adjust how much you're dripping. I suppose I could bring that over here to show you. So I did not make this, by the way. So this was just somebody's homemade rig. But you could adjust this up and down. Well, I thought you could. Anyway, so this can be adjusted. Your flow can be adjusted. And then from here, this looks like, I think what they had is like kind of like a manifold going on, because all three of the machines were together. And I think what this was probably the first model. And then when they built the rest of the machines, they upgraded to the full manifold to control all the machines, which eventually I'll probably do something similar. I don't think I'll use that, but who knows? We'll see. Anyway, you can adjust your flow and everything like that, on-off switch. But then, yeah, you can have a bucket resting up here, just gravity fed. And then what the old timers used to do is they actually used to add grit. And so, I mean, it was just a very tedious um, and like attention, hungry process because like you just had to be there. A lot of these sphere machines that I'm seeing online, they're walking around being like, yeah, this one looks good. Okay. Yep, you're going. Okay. Yeah, yep, that's good. And that's it. And so it's just like, yeah, that's the kind of lapidary I want to do. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong. This is taking a while, and there is a lot of tooling that is involved to kind of get to to these. I mean, the core drill, God, that took forever, and they're expensive, and yeah. But eventually, we're going to be making sweet rock balls. Ooh, pardon me. I didn't actually get the Red Bull today. I'm trying to get off the caffeine thing. I think that, probably not the best thing to do. But like just drinking caffeine all the time. But, more use it as a treat or something, I suppose. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to work on this one real quick because as you can see, I think this was the second or the last one that I was trying to cut. But if I hold it just like that, you can see that looks all right, except now when I tilt down, yeah, you see those tabs? Well, those are the dog ears that I was talking about. So when I'm coring down like this, right, what happened is everything broke apart. Everything that was holding it in the jig, that is, broke. The dog ears broke before the core reached before it bottomed out. And so this got caught and then it started spinning like that. So I was just like, nah, screw it. I'm just going to pull it. Because the only other option I would have been is to like force it down to where now this is being forced into the jig and in such force that it's not going to spin. But unfortunately, it's a perfectly round area. So it was stupid. I'm like, I'll just round those off. I don't care. It's not that big of a deal. But it is something that I do need to think about, because I don't want to have to. This is something I actually, I need to figure out it anyway because I was using the 4-inch, right? So I bring it down like this, and that's all fine and dandy, right? But, when I go down and I get it to, when I'm doing this one, what happens is it gets all the way down in there, and then I'm lifting up, and this thing gets stuck in the core drill bit, and I got to take this thing off and like hammer it like that, and then do like a force slam to then force it out. And yeah, that's where you can see what's actually happening here is you're getting, I don't know if you can see that, but see this area right there. That's actually raw because that's a break. And so it's just like, there's like a little tiny little, nub there. And then, because it's a very bottom. And I force, when the drill's coming down in there, maybe it gets forced up in there at a funky angle. And now it's like it's stuck and it's such a huge pain. So there's a bunch of stuff that I'm just going to have to figure out. Maybe I can figure out like jigs or something. Maybe that's just part of the process. You're just going to have to suck it up, Buttercup. But like I said, this is why we're going to have shop nights every Saturday. Talk about shop stuff. Maybe we can all collectively come up with ideas for, the processes that lapidary processes or whatever that we're doing, because I don't tumble, but I bet you there's somebody here in chat that they've done years and years and years of tumbling. And so maybe they can help you with some kind of idea. I'm trying to do obsidian and I can't keep it always comes out, all foggy. Well, guess what? I bet you there's somebody in there who knows. Yeah, but this is all soft. This stuff's super soft. Get to the right diameter. So I think right now, and I've seen in some of the sphere making groups in Facebook land, I've seen people basically go from this shape right here straight into the machine with those cups. I don't know if it's that exact size, but yes, the grinding cups. So in theory, I should be able to, if I wanted to, throw these directly into those. But I'm not feeling safe about that. So we'll just grind down the edges a little bit. Just not grind down the edges. Plus, I got some little dog ears or whatever and stuff like that. Speaking of, grind that. Keep Frank. Get to, yeah. All right, so cool. I'm going to turn this machine back on then and get us going. I wanted to take a minute though, real quick. I just noticed 13 people are here tonight. Thank you everybody for joining us. Glad that you know everybody can be here tonight. Sorry, a little frog in my throat there. I don't even know if I really need this glove now that I got the magical electrical tape out. But you know what? We'll just put it in anyway. Now it's actually starting to warm up in here. Oh, look at that. It's 54 degrees in here now. Coming right along. It's going to be a sauna in here before I know it. But I need to get a little insulation going. Make a proper shop, you know. Because it's like, what's worse than trying to work when you're uncomfortable? All right, so let's get these. Oh, man, you can even basically see them from there. Yeah, look at that. Ugh. All right, so we got to grind those things down. And then while I'm grinding those down, I might as well take these edges down, see what's up with that. So, oh yeah. It wants to. All right, getting distracted with the water system. Water system. There's a big asterisk on that. Nah, we're gonna play Harry Potter on this one. And that's the other thing. I need to get a new wheel on this thing. This expandable wheel is so worn out. This thing is straight up the wheel equivalent of Afghanistan. It's bombed out, depleted. Got nothing left. Mr. Bly, great to see ya. Thanks for joining tonight. Oh yeah, look at that. We're gonna run that down. See, this is why I really like this material here. I wish I could, I'm gonna have to figure out something sooner rather than later. Because if I'm gonna be doing a little work like this, I want to be able to move that. But we'll try to get it to where it's worn down a little bit, show you what's happening. Because I'm kind of able to use the shape of the, the shape that we've basically drilled out a few times to get this, get that dog ear kind of like to where it should be, so then we can knock the edge down. Because that's the one thing I did notice when I was polishing a core one time, is I'm like, oh, this thing's actually really perfect for a wheel. You just have to do a lot of wrist movement. All right, so that looks pretty good. I'm going to try not to waste all our water here. I'll show you this real quick. So yeah, you can see that once I get to it like that, I just roll the wheel, because even though there's this, this dog ear there, once I can get it down enough, then, I'll grind it like this and I'll do this rolly type thing there. But once I can, I'll switch it off to that side like that and just run it right along this because this is a 3-inch wide wheel. I can get quite a bit of surface on here. And, I would say actually that's a little under that's probably 2.5 wide, from point to point on this kind of, diamond that you're looking at here. Because this right here, this is pretty much the area that I'm talking about. So you can see it's not super wide. It's not even the width of the drill. So, let me see if I can lower this one down just a little bit. It's also another reason I like having water control at foot, because it's like if I want to chit chat for a second, oh yeah, it's not a problem. There we go. I would like to have a nice water system one day, like built in. But I tell you what, I would still really like a foot pedal system. I feel like it's just super efficient. So yeah, I'll just kind of wear that down a little bit. This is a 60 belt too, which usually is pretty aggressive. But this is, man, I wish I had a 30 at this point. And see what we got going on. Make sure I'm not missing any fun chat. Yeah, these are really going to turn out great though. I'm going to play off that a little bit. Watch it. There we go. Just clearing that up. Yeah, 60's nice, but I do need to just get a sawzall. Sawzall. Oh my God, what am I thinking? A tile saw. Yeah. You can get a tile saw. Those things just, if you use them incorrectly, they work so well. That's what a lot of the steer makers in like Asia and stuff do. Exactly what they do. Cheap, effective. Oh, jeez. Frog snacks. It's always something. Jeez. Why? Okay, where was I at? I'm gonna get this. My belt, because the wheel is so worn out, it tends to slip. So I've got to definitely need to adjust it every once in a while. But once I get this, once I get a new wheel on there, it's kind of another reason I don't want to give it to my sister is because it's like it needs some work. So what am I going to do? Give her something she doesn't even know that it needs a little bit of work? It's kind of not very nice of me. It's like, here, I promise this machine is great, but you're going to need to do a few things. We're going to have to, first define what great means. There we go. So, let's see here now. That's right there. So, I would say it takes a couple minutes to round them dog ears off, but that's a couple extra minutes per dog ear. And then I also am going to have to do all the rounded edges. So that kind of really starts adding up, if you know what I mean. Yeah, not terrible. So yeah, you can tell when it's getting flat because Frank starts wobbling a bit when it's catching too much surface area. And then if you keep pressing a little bit, the belt will go to one side or the other. All right, so there we go. That's 2 out of 4 done, and it looks really good. God, this is going to be an amazing ball. It's got some good chatoyant areas too. I'm going to clean that up on here just so I can show you. Yeah. Yep. So that's another thing too. I know that you can't see it because I don't have the greatest camera, but that's one of those things that will change. When you're doing this bonite, it's very similar to working with nephrite or jade insofar as that if it's the good stuff, when you're working it on the wheel, it will actually have a white residue instead of like a gray. So yeah, as you can see, this one's coming along pretty well. It's got some really good color to it, although it is not going to be one that's going to have a lot of transparency, as you can see, which is great because that's one of the reasons I really like this material is just because it's got a lot of the variety, you know. I'm going to do that one next. But yeah, these are like this. This thing can stay over there, and that can stay like that. All right, so, but yeah, because you know some of them you'll have that where it'll just look like kind of super dark green or black even, but you put a light up to it and it's like glows. But then some of it will be super green like this, but yet no light's getting through it. Oh yeah, man. Hey man, you know where it's at. You, Frank's here waiting for you, bud. I told you. You know, good machine. Just needs a little bit of love. Is really all it needs. You know, it's getting old. Needs a new. Needs a little bit of. You know, a little bit of time, some effort to it. Probably should do that. Actually, Nate and I were talking earlier about Frank, because you could extend the axle out on this thing if you wanted to. The motor's plenty strong, but you extend the axle out, and you could add more wheels onto this thing and have it to where you wouldn't have to swap over to different machines. It'd be basically a king-size cab king, but I don't know. I don't, you know. All I really need this thing for is like a grinding wheel in a lot of ways. Not going to do any polishing, so really hoping my sister or our sister will be into it, you know. But who knows? I'll talk to her Thanksgiving or something like that. See what she says. Maybe I'll try to scrounge up the money to buy a new expandable drum for it, and all of a sudden she'll be all over it and be like, "Oh man, I really love this thing. Let's go find some rocks." And I'll be like, "I told you." And yeah, I have a sibling Rockhound in. It would be great. Yeah, why is that not getting? Oh, there. That's why. Who would have thunk my wonky, wonky water setup It needs constant adjustment. You know, hey, it works. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, how are we doing right now? $1.47. That's not bad. Hope everybody's enjoying themselves. It looks like we got about 8, 9 people in the stream hanging out, keeping each other company on this wonderful Saturday evening. That's the fun lapidary work at the Rogue Ball Mill. Still waiting to figure out if that's what I want to call the baby shop here. Call it the ball mill, you know. But, oh, come on. There's one little dog ear down here, the very last one. It's a little bit harder material there. Not really wanting to grind away that much. Good. I wonder if that's going to have any effect on the ball making process in the machine. Yeah, so hopefully this next stream I do, we're going to be actually running that spear machine behind me. Well, one of them. I don't really care which one, to be honest. Ooh, back's getting a little soft, a little tender there. Need to have good rockhounding posture or good lapidary posture. It's getting there. It's trying. Won't be long now. And that's the other thing I kind of think about, Frank, is it's not diamond right now. And so if I do a little upgrade onto this, then I could have this whole thing running on diamond. All this would be 5 times as fast. All this shaping and stuff, yeah, it'd be more expensive to actually get it running because those Nova wheels are expensive. But, you know, it'd be like mowing a lawn. Whoa. Ooh, yeah. That's granny right there. Getting those edges rolled down. Yeah. It's pretty cool. Pretty happy about this whole process, to be honest. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you gotta do for prep work and everything. But from what I understand, once you get it in the machine, it's actually pretty quick. Alright, so I think I'm gonna run down this edge right here. And so what I'm doing is I'm just kind of getting the edge and then like rotating it, around and then finding the ridge of the edge and just kind of rolling that down. And it's kind of back and forth on that and then side to side. And that seems to speed it up a little bit. But still pretty slow in general. It's not bad though. Just gonna round off. You know, and a chair would be helpful, but I don't think it would be any better, to be honest. I think I'd be a little bit more comfortable, maybe, but I think it's still kind of, oh, because it's my lower back. It feels like I need a pop. Probably lifted up something funny. Doing a dump run yesterday, or the day before. Yesterday. Yeah. You know, boxing stuff out of the trailer, trying not to hit somebody or another vehicle. You know, tends to make you do a weird last minute, like, oh, didn't mean to throw it over there, sorry. Didn't know you were there. Yeah. I'm gonna need more water at this rate. Jeez. I'm gonna finish up this little corner here. And, oh, we call it good. So I think that is just going to be the job for a tile saw, really. That's going to be my only production method. Because, yeah, that's a pretty big knob. It looks like I do need to go down. So, let's see. But like I was saying too, I'm not really sure how much I really will need to go. You know, how much do I need to actually preform these things, because it might be that because this material is soft, I can get away with a little bit more. I'm not sure though. I'm just gonna have to. These are kind of things we're gonna have to find out. Yeah, my back is actually killing me now. Oh, jeez, weird. But I mean, I'd say that Solid got a good, I don't know, maybe 1.5 done. I think that I could probably nub these down tomorrow, because that ain't really going to take much. But you know what I'm really thinking is that this is just kind of spent. I really do think this is just burnt toast. That is a little drainage. Thought I had this thing leveled off, but clearly I do not. Oh man, thinking it's looking pretty good though. So I'm gonna unplug this guy, get that done. Unplug these. Oh yeah, I'm super excited. Super excited for next weekend, because if we can get these cups or the adapters made, I don't think it'll take long. And in fact, I got a drill press, so worst case scenario, if Jason's like too busy or something, I could probably figure it out. I've got a bunch of new metal bits anyway, and it doesn't need to be long, you know. Just slips right over the top of the motor shaft there, so it's all good. Should be pretty simple. And then, yeah, just get it to where we're running them roughing cups. Because if I can have, you know, if I could get like one or two of these ready by Saturday, I don't think that's a big deal. I still gotta make a video, but for this week. But yeah, I think that I probably rip all that out, you know, have it all done, and then that way Saturday we come around. Maybe that one we do all the polish, pre-polish on it. Oh yeah, that's right. Just unplug that. Smart. Oh, dry this off. It seems like this will get a little bit of a residue buildup if you don't uh, dry it off. And like, don't get me wrong, this thing's um, this expandable drum is like a zombie essentially. But yeah, it doesn't matter. I still try to get it. There we go. Not too bad. Not too bad for a Saturday night. Actually, you know what? I am going to, now that it's not 30 degrees in here, we're going to dry these little bad boys out. I feel small in here with this whole thing, though, because I've got it pulled off the wall, about a foot and a half. And so it's encroaching on my sphere territory, my spheritory. Let's see. Really, yeah, weights. I'm looking at the New Hampshire Guide for Mineral. Yeah, you should. Instead of a chair, you could raise your surface too. Yeah, and you know what it is this is a problem because I'm trying to reduce the spray. You know. Um, oh yeah, oh yeah, it's super cool. I'm gonna have a great time with this material. Um, and I think that even like these, if I just took and followed them, you know, follow all the contours, you could have something pretty sweet looking if you polished it. You know, oh, just interesting. But I think I'm going to keep playing around, and see what I can do with the core drill type stuff because I've got the idea, and I almost did it today, but I really wanted to get these preforms done, and so, but I want to um, drill with the 4-inch bit, and then because I've got a perfect rock for it, I already measured it out and everything. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the 4-inch bit on there and drill a core through that. Maybe I'll do the 3-inch. I'm not sure, but I'll do one core, and then I'll take that bit off, put a bigger one on, and then core it again. So if I do it correctly and I'm nice and gentle with everything, I should end up getting a tube, which would be so cool. And I'm pretty sure I have already got a way I can polish it and everything. But yeah, I think it would be super cool, especially if you get the right material, like real nice green. Yeah. I think it could be awesome. But yeah, we're just going to have to find out. Oh man, people calling me on a Saturday night. Kind of craziness is that? Yeah, yeah. I think it's about time to get new paper because this paper feels pretty slick, and I bet you that was not helping my problem because this feels about as slick as the 100. Should feel gritty, but yeah, definitely not. So, all right. Well, it's been about 2 hours, guys, and I think I'm gonna probably call it for tonight so I can get everything cleaned up. Because yeah, I looks like I made kind of a mess back here. A little bit of extra spray, but that's all right. This is why we're gonna be setting this whole area up. Oh man, my screen's already trying to go into sleeping mode. Look at that. all red screen and everything. We're going to stop that. It's not bedtime yet, computer. So yeah, I definitely want to appreciate or wanted to say thanks, guys, for joining tonight. Definitely appreciate it. Hope we can do it all again next weekend. I'm going to definitely put all of these guys eventually through the process here, and we're going to get these turned into some really nice balls. We do have a few other pieces that I think we're going to probably try to get because I've got buckets of this stuff. Literal buckets. All that piece is a little bit too big, but like, this is a nice green brick. And I'm pretty sure this is actually more nephrite than it is anything else. But I've got some of those. It's just that one is not going to be 4-inch was too big for it. And in fact, even some of these ones, I was a little afraid that it wasn't going to work. Like they were going to crack. You can see like right here, actually, that white. I thought that was actually going to crack. I didn't know it was there. Fortunately, it seems like it's solid enough for now. So we're just going to roll with it. But hey, if it breaks, it breaks. I don't think it's going to, though. I got faith. All right, well, before I start yawning and everything, appreciate everybody joining tonight. Thanks again. Let's do it again next Saturday. Seems like we are getting some good action. Seems like everybody's having a little bit of fun, a little bit of chat session. It's just nothing crazy, just hanging out in the shop. So thanks for joining. And if you haven't seen last week's video, make sure to check that out. I'll have another one out this week. I'm thinking I might go back to another spot, but it's a pretty good hike in. So I got to see what's up with the weather. Yeah, we'll have to check it out. So that being said, thank you guys. Appreciate it. And we'll see you guys soon. Talk to you next time.